Rondebosch. It is the boys in the blue and gold, they the home side, Rondebosch, while the boys in navy blue and white, that is the Wynberg from just up the road. That is the Rondebosch side, Jerry Gluer, James Hawkins, Ethan Young, John C. Donald, Christopher De Bruyn, Matthew Miller, he's the vice captain, Duncan Pickard, John McConnell, Alexander Blows, Stian Bakker, Keegan Culligan, Craig Adam, Fayyad Daniels, Brett Sparks, he's the skipper, he will lead this Rondebosch side, and Justin Dietrich. That's how they will line up in the blue and gold. But it's the boys in navy blue and white, the Wynbergians. They from down the road. It's Josh Byrne, he's in goal. Daniel Sully, Swola Karlse, he's the big guy. He's the main man in the Wynberg side. Connor Thompson, Ryan Nell, Ben Curry, Teague Lawrence, Josh Koff, Tonda Ntaka, Cameron Boardman Smith, Kale Viola, Seb Lawrence, Isona Mbasa, Connor Davids, and Yakub Adams. That's the Wynberg lineup for you tonight. It's expected to be an intriguing clash between two sides who really know each other very well. And I'm joined in the commentary box by Craig Yates. He's stepped up to join me, and he's a Rondebosch old boy. It's a Wynberg old boy on this side in Zion Adams, and we welcome you, Craig, to the commentary box.
So yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to see the boys take on the pitch and take on the clash.
No, it's going to be an unbelievable game. It's two teams that have skills aplenty. They've played provincial hockey. There's some SA schools boys in between here. There's just so much talent on show. It's basically your cream of South African schools hockey, brought to you by SuperSport Schools, live on channel 247 on your DSTV app. Craig, what are you expecting from this Rondebosch side? It's a side that boasts plenty of talent. How do you expect the traditional way that Rondebosch play their hockey?
So, being a Rondebosch old boy, I'm hoping for the best from Rondebosch, but I know these are two very good hockey sides, some of the best hockey sides in South Africa, so I think it's going to be a tight clash.
We do know that Wynberg, they enjoy a high press. They enjoy their forwards really putting the defenders under pressure. And when they look to get out, they're always looking for the exit around the back. That'll possibly give Rondebosch the opportunity to exert pressure of their own later on in the game. It is two sides again, as we keep on saying. Lots of talent. We've got guys in here. Swola Karlse of Wynberg, he played SA under 17. Ben Curry, he's the head boy. He's got to turn out for the first team rugby tomorrow at Fly Off as well.
Amazing, amazing.
You know, so it's a multi-talented individuals. We got Connor Davids, he's the vice captain of Wynberg, and then Ryan Nell, the youngster who's just made his debut this year on the side of Wynberg.
I'm excited to see Brett Sparks, the captain of Rondebosch. I believe he was the player of the tournament at IPT under 16.
Oh, that's fantastic. We can rattle off so many names here. There's Connor Thompson, a youngster in the Wynberg side, only in grade 10, so he could still qualify for the under 16s. But he's playing here with the big boys and really wanting to show what he's worth. Just as we say, we're looking at Josh Byrne in goal. He's the captain. He's a sports prefect as well. It's just amazing how these youngsters balance their school and their sport at the same time.
I'm sure they're all very excited to get the game going after not being able to play hockey for their schools last year.
No, 100%, Craig. You could not say it any better. This is what schoolboy sport is about. This is what it is about. Friday nights, out under the lights. I mean, some of these guys, they would have been on matric this year. They would have been watching their mates last year in matric not get a chance to add to their first team caps, and now they've got the chance. They're just excited. They're elated to be out on the park to show off their worth. And unfortunately, no spectators are allowed at these games due to the COVID protocols. But that's why we are here on SuperSport Schools, bring you this live stream directly to your homes, to your bathrooms, wherever you might be. Keep on watching.
This is the future. This is the future of schoolboy sport.
Now get it. Download the app if you haven't got it yet, because we are going to bring you so much more sport, so much action here at SuperSport Schools. Just a few moments and we are underway. So Wynberg, as we said, in the navy blue and white, traditional navy blue and white, with Rondebosch in the blue and gold, and we are underway. Immediately Wynberg looking for the right link. Good work there.
It's always important to start off the game strong with the first couple of minutes, just to set the precedence for the rest of the chukka.
You'll see both sides probably just want to settle down. They want to basically create a little bit of momentum. First, settle the nerves.
Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of nerves in this first game.
I mean, what would we have done on a Friday night to be playing live on a streaming app or a television? Would have been fantastic, eh, Craig?
It would have been amazing. The crazy thing is, when we played Rondebosch versus Wynberg, I don't think any of these kids were even born yet.
You're giving away our age here, Craig. Yeah, you're giving away our age. I think we're one of the few guys that might have started on grass, though.
Yes, yeah. I think we played against each other on grass. It would have been amazing to have this kind of environment, this kind of astro and clubhouse to play on and play in front of.
No, I mean, it's fantastic.
There's a nice overhead from a youngster from Rondebosch to alleviate some pressure.
No, I remember us starting out on grass and actually playing the first game on the Wynberg Astro and the first game at the Bishop's Astro.
Yes.
So yeah, so good memories. And these oaks are thinking, what are these old stooges speaking about? This is the only way we play the game. We don't know about these other things. But the AstroTurf has definitely sped up the game. There's been a lot of rain during the day. And it's only going to make the game more exciting.
That rain today is going to make this Astro run very nicely. The ball's going to be nice and smooth, and it's going to be fast. And the game's changed so much since we played. It's so much faster. It's so much more direct.
That's the first short corner immediately for Wynberg. We just spoke about the pace of the game. Within 2 minutes, Wynberg have an opportunity. They're in the D, and they will have the first short corner for the day.
Let's see what happens.
We've seen throughout the day some exciting hockey. We saw the Wynberg under 14A side. They came out of trumps 2-1. Unfortunately, the Wynberg side went down. The 16Bs went down 2-1. But the 16As of Rondebosch, they avenged that defeat with another 2-1 victory for Rondebosch. But here, all eyes on the short corner within the first 3 minutes of this clash. Push comes out. Stop. Ooh, big short drag by Wynberg early on, but it goes over the bar, and Rondebosch have an opportunity to relieve the pressure.
A little bit of a build-up. What is Rondebosch going to do now? It's the first bit of possession that they've had. And it's turned over quickly to Wynberg. Wynberg has a chance to set up a nice attack. Down the right.
That's Carlson. He's on the move for Wynberg. But a good intercept by Rondebosch. Great skill by the Rondebosch centre link.
Nice and quick. Oh. There we go. Short corner for Rondebosch. Let's see what they do now.
This clearly is an all-action start to this Wynberg-Rondebosch first-team game. Arguably two of the better sides in the country, not only in the province. And they clearly came to play tonight. We've got a second short corner in the first 4 minutes of the game. And this is now Rondebosch's opportunity to open the scoring. A little bit of a discussion. We saw a drag flick by Wynberg. What is Rondebosch going to come up with? Craig, the intensity of this game really has been non-stop.
There's the push. Oh. Saved by the goalie. There's another shot. No, and it's wide.
The mistake by the Rondebosch player actually helped him on that occasion. He had another opportunity. Unfortunately for the home side, the Wynberg keeper was up to the task. And we remain goalless within this first 5 minutes. Wynberg looking to attack down the left. They have a free hit. Will they go directly route one into the D?
Wynberg still with some possession. Trying to move into the circle. No, it's been turned over. Rondebosch to counter. This game has started fast, so yeah.
No, it is an action-packed start to this
First
game.
5 minutes of the game, and it's all over. Backwards and forwards, short corner for both sides. Now let's see what Rondebosch can do. Can they build up play from their own 16?
No team is giving an inch here in these early moments. There's no. We thought about these guys maybe haven't played together for some time. They might want to feel each other out. They might want to, you know, create a little bit of momentum, get into the game. But there's been none of that. It's been bells and whistles straight up.
Non-stop.
And that's what Super Sport Schools is all about. It's bringing you live action from the schoolboy fields and the AstroTurfs all around the country. High octane action. And this is exactly what this contest has started out like. You can hear the energy in the field if you can't pick it up on your screens back home, but the chatter amongst the players wanting to pick up a player, wanting to watch the run, that's when you know the guys are motivated, they're keen, they want part of the action.
And I believe a couple of these boys played in the CPL here at Western Province Cricket Club a few weeks ago, so they've had a little bit of match practice. Maybe not with their schools, but they've played maybe Rondebosch and Wynberg on the same team. So I'm sure there's a lot of camaraderie out there today as well. Oh, no. Unfortunately, a foot. Otherwise, it was looking promising for Rondebosch. But it's been turned over. Wynberg to start the attack from the 16.
Once again, another fantastic element that has been brought into schoolboy hockey, the CPL. I mean, Craig, we only met once we played provincial hockey, possibly, and a trip to East London, if I don't remember, many moons ago.
Many moons, and that's how our friendship was started, and I think that's something that's so special with schoolboy hockey.
No, completely. Sometimes we are so infatuated with results because these are the prime hockey players of the school, the elite, and the result is always what's important. But to forget about making friends, because that's what long after once they turn their jerseys in and they actually end up playing for the same clubs together. You know, they become great mates. So never forget that aspect about schoolboy hockey. Once again, another chance within the D. Both teams not leaving anything out there.
Let's see what the captain of Rondebosch can do here. Will he alleviate pressure with an overhead? But it's been turned over to Wynberg straight away.
The speed at which he threw that over was really impressive by the Rondebosch skipper. The game has just changed so much with these youngsters being able to go aerial almost at will these days. We thought a few times before throwing that over.
Ball there. And there's a bit of a turnover. Rondebosch has a chance here. Rondebosch shoots, and it's a great save by the Wynberg goalkeeper.
It's a big save by the skipper, Josh Byrne.
And they're still inside the 23. And it's a short corner to Rondebosch. Let's see what they can do now.
Here's the replay. Big save by Josh Byrne. He kept Wynberg in the game. He's going to be on his toes once more because Rondebosch have a second short corner within the first 10 minutes of this clash.
So yeah, I'm sure he's probably your favorite Wynberg player on the field, is he not?
Yeah, nobody knows that I was a goalkeeper, Craig. But yeah, definitely. I've actually watched the goalkeepers quite closely all day. The Wynberg and a 16 keeper, he's really impressive. And if Josh Burns the captain, he must be quite decent between the sticks as well.
Here's the push, the stop, and it's a goal. There's the first goal of the game to Rondebosch. Flicked by the captain. Was that Brett Sparks?
That is Brett Sparks, number 15. He's the guy we just said now. The overhead that he threw earlier came at pace, and he wasted no time in getting past Josh Byrne in the Wynberg goal. That's Brett Sparks, the Rondebosch first team captain, leading from the front, taking the advantage for the home side. They are 1-0 ahead.
Let's see what Wynberg does now. A little bit of pressure. Here's the replay again. And that's a fantastic drag flick from a schoolboy. That would do well at any age group.
At any level of the game.
Men's, you name it. It's great to see from a schoolboy.
I think it's an awkward height there for Josh Bird. It's between the shoulder, and the stick. Should he go across with a big hand? And by the time he made up his mind, he was picking up the ball out of the net. So it'll be interesting to see how Wynberg respond. Going down to an early goal.
Yep, they've had all the possession so far. Let's see what they can do now. The next couple of minutes is going to be crucial to see how the energy of the game changes, with Rondebosch taking the lead. Here we are, Rondebosch. There's a bit of an energy, momentum change in the game. Rondebosch now driving up the right-hand side of the field.
It's like in any sport, an early goal just gives a little bit of more spring in the legs, gives the teams a little bit more confidence to push forward.
Some fancy skills there by number 3 from Wynberg.
That is Zola Carlson, the SA Under-17 international, really showing his worth. He has absolutely scorched down the left-hand touchline, and unfortunately,
that is definitely a player Rondebosch needs to be aware of.
Yeah, Ryan Null just not able to pick up the pass.
One more time. It seems as though that's Rondebosch's tactic at the moment. Wynberg building up nicely up the right-hand side. Still got it.
Wynberg are certainly not out of this contest. They've shown that they have the attacking prowess to really unsettle this Rondebosch defense. Lots of hockey still in this game expected.
Some pressure here, and they've got out of that nicely.
The Rondebosch defense clearly looking to man mark Carlson.
Rondebosch captain winning the ball, but he's given it away cheaply. Wynberg still putting pressure on. Wynberg with the free hit. It's amazing how the rules have changed over the years as well.
No, completely. Actually, no longer do you just wait for the free hit. You actually run with it yourself these days. The game is just sped up so much.
No need to pass the ball. You can just self-pass, take it yourself. Makes the game a lot more fluid and a lot faster and it's better for spectators.
Completely, and that's what the game is all about. Is wanting people to. There's a chance for Wynberg. It's wanting people to watch the game on television or on the live streams and basically just be more entertaining, and it's definitely sped the game up.
Balls into the circle. Some defense from Rondebosch, but it looks like it could become a short corner. Yes, it is a short corner. So no advantage to the Wynberg team. Short corner to them. Let's see what they can do. Can they level the scores?
So another short corner for Wynberg. It's the second one. Rondebosch showed their skills when they converted their short corner, their second one, to take the lead. Wynberg now have an opportunity to level up the matters here at Western Province Cricket Club.
So you would have seen there was a long corner, but the long corner wasn't taken from the corner. So the game has changed a lot.
Greg, you're showing your age here, mate. You really are. Yeah, it's definitely from the
23.
From the 22 these days.
Here we go. There's the push. And it's a goal. There we go. Wynberg has leveled the scores 1-1 apiece.
Guys, we might have a classic on our hands tonight. No side is going to give an inch. That's Wynberg. They've come straight back into this contest. They've leveled it up at 1-1 with a few seconds before the end of the first chukker.
Oh, and it looks like Wynberg are now on the attack once more. Few more minutes left. What can they do? Nice reverse stick pass to the left. 16 to Rondebosch.
It's all action stuff. It's either everything in the Rondebosch D or the Wynberg D. There's nothing happening in the middle.
Nothing happening in the middle. Action-packed tonight.
It's all about the defenders and the strikers.
What are the chances this is going to be an overhead? To alleviate pressure. There we go, once more.
The fantastic thing about Brett Sparks, he doesn't need a big wind-up. It's just a little bit of flick of the wrist and the ball's in the other end of the half.
That's it. He obviously spent a lot of last year in the gym getting nice and strong.
He's not a small boy, that's for sure.
No.
That's a good pass, and Carlson picks it up,
Oh,
gets the
there's a
free
little
hit.
foot. Umpire saw that.
And that's the end of the first chukker. An action-packed, lively first 15 minutes.
1-1.
1-1, Rondebosch and Wynberg.
So here, that was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's unbelievable amount of fun. It's arguably, we've watched a lot of hockey today, but these boys have just shown why they're in the first sides of their respective teams. That's the Rondebosch coach. He's having a bit of a chat there with his youngsters. Basically, what would you be saying to the Bosch boys right now?
I would be saying that they need to be calm, they need to be level-headed, they're absorbing a lot of pressure, and they're alleviating that pressure with their overheads. But I think that they need to just be calm and start to build up play a little bit more. They need to ensure that they build up down the flanks of the field, not just throw it away easily, and keep having Wynberg putting the pressure on them, because they've absorbed a lot of pressure, and it's going to be a long match for them if they just keep turning over the ball over and over again.
Here we have a look at the goals. That's the first short corner of Rondebosch. The ball comes out. Brett Sparks, with that magical flick that he's got, he gave Josh Byrne no chance in the Wynberg goal, and that put the home side up into the lead. As we said, he's a really big boy. He's nice and strong. The ball comes out.
And I believe he's only in grade 11, so he's got one more year to play, I think.
That's fantastic news for Rondebosch. They want to see Brett Sparks, they want to see him in their lineup for quite a while. He might push that 100 caps very soon. Might have missed out on last year, possibly would have played last year in grade 10.
So here we go, about to start the second chukker. Wynberg with the hit off. Nice build-up play. Wynberg are very strong with their build-up play. Unfortunately, they turned that over.
Traditional style of Wynberg. We're always looking to go around to the right-hand side, the strong side.
That's it.
Craig, you definitely enjoyed your battles with Wynberg over the years.
Yes, very much so. One of my more favorite school teams to play against. It's always good playing against the traditional Rondebosch Bishops as the derby game, but against the Wynberger and Sachs was always a lot of fun.
I think
from a bit of a backstick there, unfortunately, by the Wynberg left back. Now it's a chance for Rondebosch. What will they do? No, unfortunately not. Wynberg once again with a free hit.
And Alexander blows. He looks like a little dynamo in the Rondebosch, heart of the Rondebosch midfield, the number 10.
There we go with the build-up down the right once more. Nice play by Wynberg.
The umpire just taking authority.
Nice quick ball pass for some schoolboys.
No,
for sure.
Absolutely. These, I think these young men would easily find a place in a senior men's side,
Yes.
first team sides, club sides. A little bit of action there in the
stuck in the corner. What
far right corner.
can Wynberg make something out of this? Rondebosch are nice and tight in their defense, and they've turned over. So Rondebosch has their free hits. Captain on the ball straight away to alleviate pressure. There was the Wynberg goal to level the playing fields 1 apiece. Unfortunately, Rondebosch boys with their heads down. But now Rondebosch are on the attack once more. And they've turned it over 16 to Wynberg.
There really isn't any time to breathe in this contest. It's both sides going to the D's within a matter of seconds. Are they turning transitions into attack?
Ball into midfield. Wynberg could potentially build up the right-hand side here. Let's see what they do now. Diagonal ball across field. Nicely picked up.
Good pace on the pass.
A little foot there, so Wynberg will have a free hit.
Wynberg trusting their defense, going all the way around.
Big
Beautiful
diagonal
ball.
ball to the right and inside. Nice build-up play from Wynberg. Taking it out wide. Good defense by Rondebosch.
That's blowers on the ball for Wynberg. Throws a big overhead.
Big overhead, but great defense by Wynberg. Wynberg number 2. Is that Seb?
Seb Lawrenson, yes. He covered, he went all the way back from left half. He covered all the way in the middle.
It's just turnover after turnover with this game. It's so fast. These boys are going to be very tired at half time.
Somebody just needs to take a breather. The other aspect that keeps the game flowing at such a rapid pace is the rotational subs. The fact that you can just get them on and off, have a good run for 5 minutes, and then get off again. That really keeps the pace up.
Or has he been turned over? There he has. A little bit of pressure in the midfield. Rondebosch direct once more. No, turnover again. It's a game of turnovers.
Good work by Seb Lawrenson.
Ball's into the circle, and it's all the way through. 16 for Rondebosch.
Seems the ball's a hot potato at the moment. Nobody wants to hold on to it.
Rondebosch captain on the ball now. What will he do? Back to the left half, up the line of the field. Wynberg with the side hits. And you can see there's Devin Stanton just behind in the dugout.
He's the director of hockey at Wynberg.
Also a Wynberg old boy that you would have played with, I would have played against.
100%. He's the man in charge. He runs the hockey at Wynberg. He makes the big decisions. Really has, how can we say, professionalized since we were at school,
yep.
Greg.
He's been instrumental to Wynberg over the last couple of years. Oh, there we go. Wynberg once again down the right-hand side. Very strong on the right-hand side, that is for sure. Can they capitalize now?
2 men on, but he gets himself out of trouble nicely with a bit of good stick work.
Down the left-hand side, trying to find a way into the circle. Ball is in. Rondebosch are defending hard at the moment.
They are a little bit under pressure at the moment.
Once again, ball is in, but turned over. Rondebosch captain straight onto the ball, overhead to relieve pressure.
That's Raik, number 14 for Rondebosch. At least that's for your Daniel's not Raik. Raik is the younger brother. Both very handy cricketers. For Rondebosch in Rondebosch's first side and provincial cricket as well for Western Province.
Another good sportsman, cricket and hockey.
Complete all-round sportsman. We always know that cricketers and hockey goes together. That's Daniel's right now. He does bowl at a rapid pace and hit the ball a long way for a very thin young man, I should say.
That's unlike Wynberg, missing their pass. Wynberg do play a very nice structured build-up game, that is for sure. Rondebosch with a very good defense and overhead game. Let's see what they can do now as they build up the left-hand side. And once again, they're turning over to Wynberg, and Wynberg gets to build up from the back. Some good skills there by the Wynberg player. Into midfield. Once again, a nice turn and attack. Oh, what can Wynberg do here in the circle? Can they find a corner? No, they've turned it over. It's a 16 to Rondebosch. Rondebosch captain on the ball once more. Now a build up down the right-hand side.
Wynberg rebuilding. Going down the right. Has been a strength of them all evening, but on this occasion, a little mistake. Turns over the possession back to Rondebosch.
This is one of Rondebosch's better players, number 10.
Alexander Bars, definitely. He looks like a pocket rocket, a little dynamo in the heart of midfield.
You don't want him getting the ball anywhere close to the circle, that's for sure.
He's shown good energy whenever he touches the ball, makes good yards, really attacks the defense, runs at them, often forces a foul. Rondebosch dispossesses Wynberg. Ball into the circle.
A great save by the goalie from Wynberg.
Josh Byrne was alert to the danger. The Rondebosch picking up the ball just in front of the keeper, but not able to round him. And Josh Byrne makes a big save for Wynberg.
Oh, there we go. Rondebosch with their second goal.
As we were singing Josh Byrne's praises while we were doing it, Rondebosch were alert to the opportunity and just turned it around.
To the vice-captain, Matthew Miller, scoring the second goal for Rondebosch.
The leadership core taking responsibility for Rondebosch. It was the captain, Brett Sparks, initially with the opening goal. And now Matthew Miller, he gets the Rondebosch a second, and they lead 10 minutes into the second quarter.
Wynberg definitely playing the prettier hockey here. Build-up play, Rondebosch more direct, and they're taking their chances, that's for sure. They're capitalizing on any chance that they get.
That's exactly what the game's about, Craig. If you fail to use your opportunities, you're going to suffer. And at the moment, that's where Wynberg find themselves, where Rondebosch have limited opportunities, but they're the ones ahead on the scoreboard.
Here we go, a little foot by the Wynberg player. Rondebosch now have a free hit just outside the 23. What can they do? Another foot, once more. Ball taken quickly. Umpire's not happy, needs to retake that one. Rondebosch now going directly into the circle with some skills. Long corner.
And it's taken on the 22.
No
Craig.
longer right in the corner as it once was.
Here's the
Here's
second
the replay
goal.
of the
We're
goal.
watching it. Good work by Matthew Sparks. He's
not Matthew Sparks.
Sorry, that's Matthew
Miller,
Miller.
the vice-captain. Here we go, back to the captain from Rondebosch in the centre of the field.
Just thought I'd join the captain and the vice-captain there.
Here we go. Here we go. Rondebosch look like they're getting a little bit more confidence after that second goal.
Wynberg going to have to dig deep again. They came back from going a goal behind early in the contest to level it up, and they've got to do it all over again. Just be interesting to see how they go about it, whether they try and force things a bit more, but that's their man. Carlson, he gets the ball up.
Here we go, nice fast ball into the 23, into the Wynberg 23. Ball is played in. Oh, I thought that might have been a foot, but it was a misstop by the Rondebosch player. Here we go, Wynberg are still putting pressure on. Ball is into the 16, but it's defended.
It was a very important interception there. There was a Wynberg striker lurking just behind the defender, and had he missed it, it would have been. But this is Wynberg again on the attack, and unfortunately on this occasion not able to force the short corner, and Rondebosch will have the opportunity to clear. No, they won't. It'll be another long corner.
Here we go, Wynberg still camping in the Rondebosch 23. Defending like anything right now, the Rondebosch team.
Carlos on the
Build-up
ball.
play. Wynberg still with the free hits.
Rondebosch have clearly identified Carlson as the danger man. Whenever he touches the ball, there are 3 men in blue and gold all around him.
Rondebosch still defending hard here. Can Wynberg capitalize on this possession? Looking for some more space. And it's turned over by Rondebosch. Rondebosch has defended this very well. And now they're on the breakaway. No. Free hit to Wynberg.
I think Wynberg were very fortunate to get away with that one.
Ball is into the circle. There we go. Well done. Number 16 from Rondebosch.
Really standing tall there for Rondebosch.
Nice and big and strong at the back.
Another imposing defender that Rondebosch have.
Captain on the ball once more. Playing it out left to the left back.
Ball into the center of the field. Thrown down.
That's very good play by Wynberg. Some nice passes between the fellow Wynberg players.
It's between Kyle Viola and Carlson.
Ball is in. Is that the end of the second chukker? The first half done and dusted.
That is the first half done and dusted. An action-packed first half. Rondebosch, the home side, they in the lead by 2-1 over Wynberg. And if the next half an hour is anything to go by, that first 30 minutes, we're in for another thriller. That's Rondebosch 2, Wynberg 1. We'll see you back in a couple of moments.
It's a great opportunity, and what a finish.
Maikiso gave it up to cross in the corner.
lights going in the second half. We welcome back Craig Yates. He's the guy next door to me. Craig, an absolutely thrilling first half an hour.
It's been amazing to see. I'm sure these boys are so excited to be back on the pitch. Rondebosch at their home field once more. They weren't able to play hockey last year, so they're very eager to get going once again. And with a big game, a Rondebosch-Wynberg game, two of the best hockey schools in the Western Cape, if not throughout the country.
A fantastic start to the season. You know, you cannot hope for an opener of better quality than these two outfits, and they have put on a show in that first 30 minutes. The tradition that runs through both of these schools within the sport is just amazing. The amount of national players on both sides, we can count them over both hands, I reckon.
Yes, for sure. Wynberg have always produced very strong hockey players. I remember when we were at school back in the day, there was a lot of Wynberg boys that went on to represent South Africa, and they all played in the same under 14, under 16, and then under 18 team at Wynberg.
No, it was definitely a golden generation at Wynberg. We had guys like Grant Clark and Simon Martin, you know, real legends down at Wynberg. And there were a lot more afterwards.
The generation after that with Reds Halkett, John T. Robinson, Vaughan Erasmus, and Devin Stanson, who's now the director of hockey at Wynberg.
And that's the fantastic thing about the culture at Wynberg, is that these guys always come back. They always give back to the school. I remember in our days we had Paul Revington, the former national coach.
Yes.
He came back, he coached the first side, and now Devin's doing the same thing, coming back and really supporting Wynberg hockey.
So let's see what Rondebosch can do now with a little bit of attack into the Wynberg circle. A little bit more pressure. And it's a goal that takes it 3-1 to Rondebosch. And I think that's the vice captain once more. Is that Matthew Miller, number 7 from Rondebosch, scoring the third goal.
That is a brace for Matthew Miller, the vice captain. He put Rondebosch in the lead late into the second half. It was good stick work down the touch line, got the ball in, an open goal. He wasn't going to miss that. And that's Rondebosch, 3-1 in the lead early in the second half.
Now you were a captain and you were a goalkeeper. How would you be feeling now being the captain of Wynberg, a goalkeeper, and being 3-1 down at the start of the second half?
That was exactly what was going through my mind. As a goalkeeper, you find yourself fairly helpless. You're not able to affect the situation much when your team is behind. But he's got to keep his head up. He's got to try and raise the spirits of his team, raise the morale.
This is normally where you start to hear the goalkeeper making a lot more noise.
No, 100%. They need him to make a lot more noise, Wynberg, because if they don't lift their heads, this could be the opening of the floodgates, and that's really going to be not the situation that Wynberg wants. So they've got to lift their heads. They've got to come back and really show that Wynberg courage that they're well known for.
It's going to be an interesting second half of this game, that is for sure.
I don't think Rondebosch are going to allow them to sit on this lead as well. And just Rondebosch are not a team that would look to protect it. They're going to want more goals. They really want to put the nail in the coffin.
So here we go, Wynberg straight to the captain of Rondebosch, but they are very strong and very solid in their defense, Rondebosch.
This is a good opportunity for Wynberg.
Ball is
in the circle.
Oh, off the post was that?
That was a fantastic opportunity for Wynberg. The little flick onto the top of the bar, and the score remains 3-1 to Rondebosch, to the blue and gold.
Here we go, Wynberg once again with some more pressure. What will Rondebosch do now? No, turned over. Game of turnovers. Turnover again.
That's Alexander Blowers. He's the guy, the little engine room for Rondebosch.
There we see in the replay. Was there a little nudge and off the post by the number 15 from Wynberg. That was their opportunity to turn that 3-1 into 2-3.
I think had they got that early comeback, it would really have made it interesting. But they've got to regroup. They've got to rebuild and try and find that opening again.
Here
they come again.
Nice and fast, straight down the middle. What are they going to do? Good defense, but there's a free hit. Captain standing up, nice and strong.
As the game
not to come in.
As the game not sped up just so much with the fact that you don't have to stop and take the free hit and look for a partner.
Completely.
It just puts the defenders on the back foot. They're needing to retreat, needing to remain 5 yards. Otherwise, it's a short corner in the 22.
No time to even catch your breath in this game.
Really is entertaining for the viewers. Remember, you're watching this on the SuperSport Schools app, channel 247, and that's Wynberg immediately back into the game. They've got a short corner, and this is the opportunity that they will look to use.
Wynberg need this now. They need to keep that momentum going for them, and they need to capitalize on this. Let's see what they can do.
Rondebosch have been solid in defense thus far, but they've got to defend the short corner here. Big save by the Rondebosch keeper, Jerry Gluer. It's Carlson going on the attack. He forces his way into the circle.
No. Turnover. Rondebosch with the free hit. Captain once again alleviates pressure down the right-hand side. Free hit to Wynberg. Can they keep the pressure on Rondebosch here?
Wynberg looking to make a few changes, getting the substitutes out.
So one of the Wynberg players that is playing tonight is going to be playing the rugby first team tomorrow?
Yes, that's Ben Curry, number 6. He's the first team fly-off and the first team captain in the rugby side. It's not often that you see somebody, a young man having the, let alone the time to participate in both sports, but to actually excel, and the fact that he's the head boy at Wynberg. So
that is amazing.
I presume his academics are not too shabby either. So definitely an all-rounder. We do know that guys playing first team cricket and first team rugby or first team hockey, but to play 2 winter sports at first team level, that is definitely a fantastic achievement by young Ben Curry. So in the evening, he's trying to slot a few goals, and in the day, he's trying to slot a few conversions as well.
Some good defense by Rondebosch once more.
Wynberg actually have 2 national players in this 11. It's Sola Carlson and also VOM Mbata, both SA under 17 representatives. So that just shows the quality that Wynberg does possess. And for Rondebosch to be leading 3-1 is quite an achievement.
It is for sure. There we go, relieving pressure once more. Can they withstand this? We're now 8 minutes into the third chukka. There's still a lot of game to still be played. The boys are looking tired.
I think this is when the lack of game time might catch up with him.
Yep. First game is always one that opens up the lungs that you feel. You break the seal for the first time, gets you ready for the rest of the season.
Fantastic, fantastic. And what a game we've had. It's Rondebosch against Wynberg, 2 powerhouses in South African schoolboy hockey. And they've really put on a show tonight. If this is what's going to be coming for the rest of the season, I know where I'm tuned into it, SuperSport Schools, channel 247.
It is so exciting that we can actually get to watch this in this format. I know we aren't allowed to have spectators here because of COVID protocols, but it's amazing to have this opportunity that you can still watch this fantastic hockey.
The fact that you can also still watch it absolutely free on YouTube.
There we go.
You know, that's unbelievable. So all the old boys right around the country, right around the world, no matter where they are, they'll be tuning in. They'll want to be seeing whether their old school still has all the potential, all the talent that they had when they were at school. You know how the old boys are. We were better in our day. And I think they're watching it tonight and they can clearly see that the game is completely different to when they were at school.
There was some opportunity there down the midfield or in the middle of the field for Rondebosch, but they turned it over, unfortunately.
Good work by the Wynberg number 15.
Free hit for Wynberg, so they still have an attacking opportunity here. Go out wide to find some more space. More pushed into the circle. Unfortunately, didn't find a fellow Wynberg player. Opportunity here for Rondebosch to set up their structures.
There were a couple of sprawling dives there in the circle. Wynberg desperately looking to get back into the contest. They're 2 goals behind and they do need at least one fairly soon just to keep the momentum up, keep the spirits up. Because as the clock ticks away, it just gives them just so much less time to get back in the game, and that's when the pressure increases. That's when you start forcing things, start making a little bit of errors that you don't normally make.
This is where I think Wynberg are going to be missing their cheerleaders, their fellow crowd, their fellow schoolboys to keep that momentum going, to cheer them on, to push them through, to pick up their spirits for them to start moving forward and try and reduce that lead of 3-1 against Rondebosch.
We've seen in professional sport, particularly in the English Premiership, the lack of fans. At the moment, I have to say, unfortunately, I'm a Liverpool fan, and we've seen the lack of fans at Anfield, what it's done to without the Scousers, how the Reds have performed this season. So definitely wanting to see people back in the stands, but we do understand it's COVID-19, it's still within a pandemic, and we'd much rather have you safely tucked away in your bed at home and watching this game, keeping you socially distant.
And at least the boys get to play hockey. Those in their matric year, I'm sure they're going to make the most of it this year. Unfortunately, the matrics of last year were unable to play for their school, represent their school, and play for their first teams. Here's Rondebosch in the circle. Unfortunately, they'd let that one go by. And there was a clearance by the Wynberg captain, the goalkeeper.
Josh Byrne.
Here we go, Rondebosch attacking once more. Ball is in, and it's past the goals. No Rondebosch players there to convert. 16 to Wynberg.
The weather down at Western Province Cricket Club might be a little bit chilly this evening, but the action is red hot, and it's again Wynberg beginning an attack from all the way at the back. They come in their traditional way down the right-hand flank. Really is an intriguing clash between the Wynberg right half and the Rondebosch left wing. No love lost in any encounter there.
Wynberg trying to work up both sides. Couldn't make it up the right. Now trying down the left. Unfortunately, there was a little foot there. A little turnover.
Frustrating when you see such good hockey being played and a little foot just stalling the momentum that was built up.
I'm sure it's just a few teething problems that they need to work on. Come game 2 and game 3, they're going to be flowing well. Here we go, Rondebosch passing around the back in their own 23. Rondebosch captain on the ball now. Rondebosch don't seem to be finding their midfield at all. Ball is loose. Rondebosch letting the ball go out to the sideline for a free hit. Here we go. Oh, another little foot. Yep, there's the whistle. There's the umpire. A little points from the number 13 from Rondebosch. There's a bit of an argy-bargy on the field.
As we said, no love lost there between Ethan Young from Rondebosch, the number 13. A feisty little individual down there. There is something about left wingers that have always had a bit of an edge about them. Always in the thick of the action. Can think of a few during my playing days. Really tough characters, but that's blowers on the ball again.
Oh, was that a foot? Is there advantage? No, they unfortunately they didn't get anything from the advantage. 16 to Wynberg.
That was for Yard Daniels there for Rondebosch. He was the one with the opportunity. And unfortunately just putting it into the sideboard. That's the end of the third chukker.
That was a quick chukker. That went by very quickly.
No goal. Was there a goal in that chukker?
No, I don't think so. 3-1?
Yes, there was a goal. It was 2-1 at half time, and that's the Rondebosch by the vice captain.
Matthew Miller.
He made it 3-1. So Rondebosch extending their advantage in that chukker, but such is the space that we can't even keep up with all the action that has been on. And we go into the final 15 of this intriguing clash between the Southern Suburbs Giants here down in Cape Town. Rondebosch leading 3-1 into the final 15 minutes.
So here, if you were the goalkeeper and the captain of Wynberg right now, what would you be telling your team?
All I'm saying is, guys, we've waited. Yeah, we look at this is the third goal off the short corner. Actually, that's the opener from Brett Sparks.
A big boy with a big drag flick and opening up the goals. Here's Wynberg with their first goal, leveling up the score at 1 apiece. Vice captain of Rondebosch, number 7, Matthew Miller, scoring the second goal for Rondebosch.
Good skill by Jono McDowell down the baseline. He gets it back to his vice captain, who makes no mistake to put Wynberg ahead, at least Rondebosch ahead, 3-1.
So all the goals from Rondebosch scored by their captaincy, their captain and their vice captain.
That's what you want to see from your senior players, leading from the front, taking the initiative and really stamping their authority on the game.
How amazing is that view, Zahir?
Their
Two amazing AstroTurfs.
Absolutely. I don't think these boys realize how privileged they are. What an absolute privilege it is to play on such surfaces under lights. A fantastic occasion down here at the Western Province Cricket Club in Rondebosch.
And here we go. The final chukker. Rondebosch lead 3-1. 15 minutes to go. Let's see what happens.
That's for Yard Daniels on the ball for Rondebosch. As I said, a really good cricketer, the young man.
Now some good defense by Wynberg. Turnover. Wynberg with the free hit.
Wynberg really need to score early in this fourth chukker if they're wanting to level up or even think about still winning this contest. They're really going to have to make early inroads onto the Rondebosch goal.
Turnover once more. There's that battle between those two. Rondebosch's left wing and Wynberg's right half.
It's Ethan Young. He's at the moment, he's the one coming out on top. Wynberg coming down the left again. Big ball by Wynberg, but unfortunately comes to nothing on this occasion. Wynberg looking right again. And the battle continues.
Here we go. Here's an opportunity for Wynberg. No. Some good defense once more by Rondebosch.
Good deflection there earlier by Jakub Adams for Wynberg.
There, number 5 from Rondebosch. That's the number I used to wear when I used to play for Rondebosch. One of my favorite numbers. Here we go. Wynberg with an opportunity inside the 16. Was that a foot? Yes. And a short corner. Can Wynberg do something with it? They need to do something now. They need to capitalize on this opportunity to get a little bit closer to Rondebosch's 3-1 lead at the moment.
This is a crucial moment in the game. It's 2 minutes into the final chukker. If you have to think if Wynberg are going to level it up, this is the opportunity they need to take. They scored the opener from a short corner. Can they do it again?
There's the Rondebosch defense. They've got all their helmets on. They've got their gloves on. They're ready to defend. Let's see what they can do.
I think Alexander blows. He's going to be off that line in a flash for Rondebosch.
It's the push. Oh, a mighty flick. Unfortunately, it was wide. That was the opportunity Wynberg needed. I'm sure Rondebosch are not going to be in a rush to take the 16. They're going to try and take as much time as they possibly can. There we go, the Rondebosch captain on the ball. And overhead to relieve pressure once more. Finds his man, number 9. Ball in, good pass to the vice captain. Can he do something? Here's an opportunity. No, free hit to Wynberg, unfortunately. Wynberg building up on the right. The vice captain from Rondebosch really putting in the yards, working hard here today. On the ball once again, the vice captain from Rondebosch, leading by example. Runs out of gas, goes over the baseline, 16 to Wynberg.
I think Wynberg are going to look to the big players, to Carlse, to create something, create a bit of magic. He looks for Wynberg on the right wing.
SA under 17 player, that. Huge potential for the future. Another potential international player from Wynberg. Captain from Rondebosch starting the defense. Unfortunately, they're losing it in the middle of the field. Wynberg very quickly back onto it. Many turnovers today. We've seen so many turnovers. The boys losing it very cheaply. Here we go, Wynberg with a nice little attack. Umpire's calling over a player. What is happening here now?
That's
Green
a big
card.
moment. That's a big moment in the game. You called it the number 13 of Rondebosch.
That's Ethan Young, unfortunately, with the green card. He's going to have to sit out for a few moments.
He's been involved in the thick of the action all day.
Oh, unfortunately, number 16 from Wynberg. They found the ball against his body. So the vice captain once again from Rondebosch with it. Turning over once more.
Is this the opportunity that Wynberg have been looking for? Rondebosch down to 10 men. Is this the moment that they've been searching for? And they have to take the opportunity with the time ticking away, with only 10 minutes remaining in the game.
Nice ball pace. Opening up the left-hand side. Vice captain from Rondebosch in the mix once more. Here we go. Wynberg with a bit of round the back trough, moving from left to right. Now inside the 23. Ball hits in and defended by Rondebosch.
Long corner being taken. Carlos on the ball. Pushes out wide to the left.
Defended once more. Here we go. Rondebosch once again with it. What will they do? Down the right-hand flank. Rondebosch very happy just to let the ball go over the side and let time run out. 9 minutes to go in this game. They're happy with their 3-1 lead. Bit of some argy-bargy, a bit of a battle there in the midfield. Captain on the ball once more. Slowing down play.
I think Rondebosch, they're the team ahead. They basically need to settle down. They need to keep possession. And if they do that, they should be okay for the remaining 10 minutes. And get basically Wynberg chase the game. Let Wynberg be the team that create the risks.
Yep, there's no need for Rondebosch to make any silly mistakes now. They need to close up shop, not let any more goals in the back of the net. Ball hit into midfield. Great turnover by number 10 from Rondebosch.
That's Alexander Blowers.
Here we go. Oh! Short corner. Had the opportunity for a backstick and had a little bit of a push there by the Wynberg player, but it's turned into a short corner. So let's see what Rondebosch can make of this. That number 10 from Rondebosch, he is speedy. That is for sure.
Absolutely dynamo. They say dynamite comes in small packages, and he is truly that for Rondebosch. He runs at pace, and he creates the opportunity and forces a short corner for Rondebosch.
Oh, Cameron Boardman-Smith making his debut for Wynberg. Didn't want to let him run past. Took him down to ensure he didn't take a shot. But let's see what takes place here from the short corner. There's the push, the stop. Great save by the Wynberg captain. Well done.
Josh Byrne, any goalkeeper likes hearing the ball hit against the stick. He knows he's done well. When that happens, he's stretched. He's been to the limit, stretches himself to the limit. And Wynberg remain in this game at 3-1, but the clock is ticking away.
There we go. Wynberg has relieved their pressure. Turnover, turnover. Once more, turnover again. I think there was a bit of a backstick there by the Wynberg player. Rondebosch have a free hit on the left-hand side. Is that another card? Another green card. It's now 10 versus 10 as it stands at the moment.
That was real ill-discipline by the Wynberg. Number 3, Zola Carlse. The umpire taking absolutely no nonsense from these young men. Carlse was requesting what was the reason for the foul, and the umpire went to his pocket and immediately showed him a green card, and that evens up the game again.
Here we go into the 23, into Wynberg's 23, but it's defended very strongly from Wynberg. Under pressure, Wynberg looking to cross in front of their goals. Rondebosch now attacking on the right-hand side inside the 23. There's a push inside. Nope. Turnover. 16 for Wynberg. Wynberg needs to pick up the pace. There are only a few more minutes left in this game for them to start scoring 2 more goals.
The clock is ticking away on the visitors. They need to find 2 goals to level it up here.
Turnover, well defended by the Rondebosch captain. And once again, overhead to relieve pressure. Wynberg could have an opportunity here.
It really has been an intriguing battle down the right-hand side here. Every time the ball comes this way, there's a little bit of a scuffle. But it's all passion for both teams, wanting to do well for their schools, putting it all out in the park, leaving everything out there. Because you're wanting to go back on Monday, knowing that Wynberg or Rondebosch are the pride of the southern suburbs.
Here we go.
That's
the
it, man.
little
Blow is the
pocket
game.
rocket from Rondebosch with the ball. Can he do something? He's quick, that's for sure. He likes to go to his backstick, but he's defended. But he's still on it. Oh. Unfortunately, he couldn't do anything this time. But he's done a lot in this game.
He really impressed us on attack. He's energetic. He's got speed. He's everything that you want from your center link. That's good work there by Mbata. He goes all the way to the circle.
Oh, that was the opportunity that Wynberg needed.
Carlos is back on the field for Wynberg. They full complement once more.
Wynberg still attacking. Once again, the captain of Rondebosch is in the mix of things, defending very strongly. Lots of sticks battling against one another.
Does seem like the clock is running out here on Wynberg. They're making crucial errors here, and Rondebosch are just staying calm, staying relaxed, and capitalizing when they need to.
Here we go. Is this an opportunity that Wynberg needs? And so unfortunately turned it over. But they have a hit from the 23. Let's see what they can do. Only 2.5 more minutes left in this game. The ball is hit in. Defended very well by Rondebosch. There's the cricketer. Defending, doing what he does best.
For your Daniels, getting in the cover drive there, clearing the lines for Rondebosch. It was a tense moment in the circle, but Rondebosch held their nerve and got themselves out of trouble. Just 2 minutes remaining in this epic clash between Wynberg and Rondebosch. You're watching it on SuperSport Schools, live on channel 247. That's Blowers on the ball again. Blows. He realizes that Rondebosch is the team ahead. He just throws the ball into the corner, into the deep right pocket. Very experienced, knowing that they're the side that are ahead. And they don't need to do anything fancy.
Some silky smooth skills, making his way through the midfield. Now Wynberg with an opportunity in the 23. No, and it seems that both teams seem to lose it as they build up into the 23. Wynberg definitely a more structured play tonight. Rondebosch defending very well and then making use of the chances that they've taken, or that they've had.
Wynberg, on the balance of play, they were the ones who've played the better hockey. They the more skillful individuals. But Rondebosch have shown just the amount of courage and tenacity to remain in the game and actually be in the lead and looking like they are going to run out victors tonight on the basis of the old age. If you have your chances, take them, because that's what wins you the game on the scoreboard.
30 seconds left in this game. Rondebosch going to keep defending like they've done all night.
Been an epic contest here. It's been all action affair between two sides that were really hungry from the outset. Nobody relented at any point and were really looking to stamp their authority on the game. And that's the final whistle. Rondebosch, the home side, victors in this first Southern Suburbs derby, 3-1 over a very gallant Wynberg side. But as the home side, they will take home the points tonight. And Craig, fantastic to have you in the box with us tonight. Your summary on the game.
So yeah, thank you for having me. It's been a great show tonight. It's been amazing to see the captain of Rondebosch, Brett Sparks, defending like crazy, opening up the scoring for Rondebosch, and then the vice captain Matthew Miller scoring the 2 more goals and taking the lead for Rondebosch to lead the way and win it. So thank you for having me here. It's been great to be here.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you, Craig. We could feel the banter from all those years back in the chilly press box here at Western Province Cricket Club tonight. It definitely warmed up. The action out on the field was hot. It was fantastic stuff. But on the night, it is Rondebosch, the home side. They're the victors, 3-1, and they will take the spoils in this first Southern Suburbs derby. We look to see you very soon again. Thank you.
This is where it all started for me, in Hammersdale, a village just outside Durban. Grew up in a very traditional family. A few times in a while we have to go, and do up the garden in the morning. I wouldn't think much of sports. Happened to play netball by chance. I went to go and watch my neighborhood friends at training, sitting on the side, just watching and supporting. There were 13 of them on the netball courts. They needed one player to fill in. I can remember one of them saying to the coach, ask her to fill in. From there, I had to borrow the shoes. The shoes were even bigger than my feet. I think I can remember that I wasn't even worried about the size of the shoes, but more of what I was going to do on courts. Pulled through that day. From there, it rolled on to being called to a national side.
Volume Zomi gets it into the shooter's hands.
Having to play overseas, I think all that journey actually created all of that. Now that I look forward into the future, I want to see more girls playing the sports. We need to find a way where we give them exposure. There's exciting stuff coming along. I think it's going to create a whole lot more vibe, and I have to be part of that, because believe me, one day the shoes will fit and the lights will find you.
Arguably one of the most deadly players on court right now.
Lucanio. Vuka.
Sometimes when I come home, I wonder what I would say to my younger self. Maybe I would say, ungenayonga yona kid inhle okanye ibhadlileyo. Awuyanga kwisikolo esikhulu. Ndakubona intwana ezimiseleyo. Lukhanya, funeka uzazi apho usuka khona, and uzazi apho ufuna ubheka khona. Ayazi akululanga, akufuneka uye emabaleni. Kodwa qina, qhubeka ufunda, qhubeka udlala, qhubeka ukholelwa. Ngenye imini ukukhanya kuzokufumana.